I'm Christina. Welcome to my kitchen. Are you ever in the mood for a chocolate chip cookie that's soft and warm and gooey? Well, do I have the recipe for you. Today, we're making just that. You can make it in a cute little skillet like this. If you don't have a little skillet like this or you don't want to buy one, you can make them in a ramekin. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? If you don't have a ramekin, maybe you have a custard cup. You can make it in one of these as well. These are terrific to serve for company. You can make them in advance, pop them in the microwave for a few seconds to warm them up, and then serve them with some ice cream or plain. They're wonderful. So anyways, that's what we're making today. Let's get started. Before you get started, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. In a small saucepan, melt 1½ sticks of butter over low to medium heat. Let it slowly melt down, giving it a little stir now and then. Why does the brown butter work with this recipe? Butter isn't just fat. About 15 to 20% of it is water and milk solids. When you heat butter past the melting point, the water evaporates, the milk solids sink and start to brown, which equals deeper flavor. So basically, you're not just melting butter, you're cooking it to develop new flavor compounds. That's why brown butter tastes nutty, fragrant, toasty, and so much deeper than melted butter. It's a small extra step, but it seriously levels up the flavor and makes the whole cookie taste richer and even more delicious. Once it's fully melted, you'll see it start to foam. That's just the water cooking off. Keep it going, swirling the pan occasionally so nothing sticks or scorches. As it cooks, the little milk solids will sink down to the bottom and turn from pale to a nice golden brown. Adjust to a low simmer so it doesn't get too dark too fast. You'll know it's ready when the butter turns a deep, warm amber color and develops an amazing nutty aroma. Remove from heat and set aside to cool slightly. Give your skillets or cups a quick wipe with a paper towel sprayed with either some avocado oil or a nonstick spray, just a light coat so the cookie doesn't stick. In a mixing bowl, go ahead and add all your dry ingredients. Start with 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. That's 245 grams if you're weighing it. Then toss in 1/4 cup or 53 grams of granulated sugar, 1 cup or 160 grams of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Grab a whisk and give everything a good mix. If you spot any big clumps of brown sugar, just break them up with your fingers. Aim for nothing bigger than the size of a pea. In a separate bowl, crack in 1 whole egg. Then add just the yolk from the second egg. Pour in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Give it a quick whisk and set it aside. Once the pan of brown butter is cool enough to touch, you're good to go. Slowly pour that gorgeous brown butter into your dry ingredients. Use a spatula to scrape the pan. Don't leave behind any of those toasty brown bits. That's where all the flavor is hiding. Stir everything together until it's combined. Use the back of the spatula to sort of cream the mixture, folding, pressing, mixing until everything is fully blended and there are no more streaks of flour peeking through. Give your egg and vanilla bowl a quick whisk again, then pour it right into your butter mixture. Mix everything together using the same fold, press, and mix motion until it's all beautifully combined. Now add 1/2 cup of chocolate chips and stir them in with your spatula. Or honestly, just get your hands in there if you want. Sometimes that's the easiest way to fold everything together nicely. Grab your kitchen scale and scoop out 60 grams of dough for each cookie. Press each portion down just a bit so it settles into your pan or dish. Once all the pans are filled, I like to go back and tuck in a few extra chocolate chips anywhere that looks a little shy. That makes them look bakery perfect. Since I only have 4 mini skillets, I filled 2 ramekins next because that's what I had on hand. And the rest of the dough went into my custard cups. I've got plenty of those. The clear glass is actually great because you can see exactly how thick the cookie is. And here they are, fresh out of the oven. They baked for 12 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can see how cute and puffy they get in those tiny skillets. The cookies in the custard cups and ramekins baked up perfectly in the same amount of time too. Hi everyone, today is day 2 and I want to show you how I store my cookies that I made yesterday. And I want to show you really quick how I warm them up and get them ready to serve again. So what I'm going to do is pull out one of these. I pull them out of the container that they're in to store them. And this one, I could tell by the shape of it, was made in a ramekin. So I just plopped it back in. Now I'm going to warm it up for 30 seconds. So now I'm going to just close these to keep them fresher longer back in my nice little container. If you haven't run across my storage video, my mason jar and food storage video, make sure to check it out. I'll leave a link below to that video. So I could feel that it's nice and warm because the jar is warm. And normally you would serve this as is, or you could put a scoop of ice cream on top and it's just wonderful. Maybe even drizzle some chocolate fudge too. So I'm gonna pull it out of this container so that you can see how soft and chewy it gets once you heat it up in the microwave. It's nice and warm. And I hope you can see the inside of it. That's delicious. Tastes like it just came out of the oven. So this is why I love this recipe so much, because you can make it a day in advance or earlier in the day before your company arrives, or you're just making it for yourself. They're amazing right out of the oven. This is an amazing recipe. I hope you make it. I hope you're excited about this new recipe. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, share with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't already for more great recipe ideas. See you in the next video. Bye now.